For weeks now, Discord has been getting destroyed by everyone on the internet over their age verification system. They tried to damage control, that didn't work. They straight up lied about partners and hid information about their partners. But now we're finding out that they've ended their partnership with Persona, but I don't think that it's going to still get any better for them. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, just a few weeks ago, they came out and said that they were going to be doing these platform-wide age verification processes. People were furious, and rightfully so. For a company that does not have proper security in place and recently had gone through a major data breach, why would they expect anybody to feel safe giving this company their private information? They can claim up and down all they want that they're not storing it and they're not saving it, or they're not giving it to people, but the lie detector had determined that that was a lie. We had found out that they actually were working with Persona in the UK, and now they're walking back on that, but it's not going to make anything better because, yes, this was only in the UK, but at the same time, they had lied about it and they tried to hide it. So you're just proving that you are still untrustworthy. So this broke yesterday. Discord has ended their partnership with Persona after backlash over a UK age verification trial that raised serious privacy concerns. The experiment is over. All related data has been deleted, and Persona is no longer involved. So on February 10th, when they had released their damage control statement on X, they swore up and down that they weren't going to require everyone to complete a face scan or upload an ID. Information was not going to leave your devices, and Discord and their vendor partners would never receive it. But they made it seem like this was platform wide, didn't matter what region. And then we had found out that, yes, in the UK, they were working with Persona and they faced a lot of backlash because they made it sound like platform wide they weren't going to actually be giving your information to anyone. So it is good that they have ended this partnership and that they are in a way trying to listen to people, but the problem I have with this is that they weren't going to make this some big statement initially. They weren't going to come out and say, hey, this is who we're working with, these are the ways that your information is going to them. They tried to keep it as quiet as possible. And so if people hadn't seen this, called it out on social media, and it hadn't gone viral, most of us wouldn't know about it. So, what other situations are there that they have tried to keep it on the down low? How many other companies are they working with that they've tried to be quiet about? And nobody will know until people have had it show up on their devices, or they skim through terms of service and they find like legal documents on it. We don't know what else they're hiding, and that is the problem. They were not transparent initially, and that is why they got absolutely destroyed for it. Most people don't want to have to verify their age and potentially give IDs to a platform with very unsafe security systems in order to chat with their friends, and you're definitely not going to get a lot of people to verify now, especially after this. And sure, I know that they're saying it's supposed to be similar to YouTube system that they had rolled out a few months ago, where if you have a long account history and you play M-rated games and you have subscriptions and stuff, oh, you're not supposed to have to verify, but we still don't know if it is actually going to work that way and if their AI is going to sort of go rogue and be flagging every other account. There is absolutely no way that I would trust them, and a lot of people are not going to trust them because they are saying, oh, it's going to be deleted and Persona is no longer involved, but They've lied before and they probably will again. And this situation has also been getting quite a bit of traction today because hackers have raised the alarm about Discord's recent age verification partner. And according to the Rage, Persona's friend and security left a lot to be desired. Worse, however, were investigative findings that suggested Persona's surveillance of the users whose data it collected was way more sprawling than originally believed. It was initially meant to be a passive recon investigation, wrote a cybersecurity researcher and one of the hackers, that quickly turned into a rabbit hole deep dive into how commercial AI and federal government operations work together to violate our privacy every waking second. And unfortunately, we have known that this has been happening, but if you use the internet at all, which is most people, it is very hard to get around situations like this. On top of finding it surprisingly easy to access data gathered by Persona, the research showed that faces and biometrics were not just being scanned for age verification, but flagged for suspicious behavior and bounced off watch lists as well. To some, particularly those who don't worry about their face being deemed suspicious, this may not sound like an Orwellian level of intrusion until you remember Persona's full network. Of course, we are talking Peter Thiel, we are talking Palantir, we are talking a wide range here. And this is why people are so scared, and rightfully so. We cannot trust them. We should not trust them. And I am glad that there has been so much backlash that they have walked back this decision and they are no longer working with Persona, but they didn't care about people's feedback in the first place until it got too loud to ignore. And that means I'm certain there are going to be other situations like this in the future, that they do not change their ways until it has gotten to the point where they can no longer ignore it. They never were looking out for our best interests or truly cared about protecting their customers and users. They wanted as much power and control as they could amass as quickly as possible. Response to this has also been, yeah, I'm not going to trust you. Data has been deleted after it was leaked. Right. This isn't them saying we're not doing the age verification anymore. This is a we're not using this vendor anymore. Make no mistake, they haven't backpedaled yet. One, they haven't deleted your data. Two, it's already been leaked, aka sold. Three, if you trust Discord ever again, you're retarded. Four, stop giving your ID to strangers on the internet. Related data has been deleted. Press X to doubt. Discord really said, let's solve our moderation problem by collecting government IDs from teenagers instead of just banning the 40-year-old men with anime girl avatars. Revolutionary thinking, truly ahead of their times. Data has been deleted. I have my doubts. Is Discord still moving forward with age verification? Yes, they are. Thanks for deleting the data after leaking everything, retards. How sure can we be that they actually deleted it? And you can't be. So I will be keeping a close eye on this situation. I know a lot of other people are talking about it on social media as well. So if there's any new big pieces of news, I'll probably be posting about them on X or making a follow-up video. But for now, that's all that I really had to discuss. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.